And beginning with Stanley Johnson, this will probably be the popular one, so we will start out with him. Definitely a likable member of their 2021-22 team, which did not have much to like about it. So that really tells you about Stanley, the impression he made on their team, and simply the fan base. Primarily through his defense and never taking a play off, a very hardworking, hard-nosed defender that can match up 1 through 4 and sometimes even 1 through 5. Definitely more so against a small ball lineup, but that's a pretty common theme in today's NBA, and a pretty common theme for their team as well. They definitely like to run small ball. Redick's a fan of it and what it can do for their offense and defensive versatility. But while they play without Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and or Dorian Finney-Smith, all of which play at power forward or center for them in a small ball lineup, that's made it very difficult on them and something that's not really working for them without them. So maybe a guy like Stanley could help them out. Back in 2021-22, he did play that role for their team, playing either at power forward or center in a small ball lineup, often next to LeBron and playing pretty good defense on top of it. Maybe not the rim protector that a 7-footer is, but definitely a whole lot more switchable and still very strong and sturdy around the rim. Having about a 6'6", 6'7" frame, weighing about 240 to 240 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan, that does allow him to match up with pretty much every position on defense, at least 1 through 4 at the bare minimum. Again, definitely against a small ball lineup, but even in general as well. A very versatile defender, and one that probably could help out them with their defensive versatility as well. But then offensively, a little bit up and down here, and that is the main gripe with him, why he's not on an NBA team, and although it's probably not as big as it's made out to be, that being the 3-point shooting, has been a decent 3-point shooter and has been showing improvement in recent years, whether you're talking about during his last NBA stint, shooting 45% from 3 with San Antonio, albeit in only 30 games with them and on a limited volume, or playing over in the international level, playing with the Turkish League, once again shooting 45%, and then initially with their G League team, having a hot start with them, shooting 40% through their first 5 games but falling off a little bit lately, down to 33.3%, albeit while taking 6.3 per game, so definitely not afraid to take them. Has been a fairly reliable corner 3-point shooter and a decent catch and shoot guy in general, so I think he would be a slight upgrade in that regard over Cam Reddish, both offensively and defensively a little bit, so might not be a bad option for them, especially while they do deal with injuries to Rui Hachimura, LeBron, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Now I'm not sure I find it very likely to happen, for better or worse, but I think it would be a solid option, especially for a team like themselves who are trying to employ a bigger small ball lineup but don't have the healthy personnel to do it with. In that regard, I think Stanley could help them. Definitely is a big physical forward, can play a little bit of small ball 5, and that's kind of what they're looking for right now and trying to do with their team, but simply can't do it with their current health situation. So from that standpoint, I'd be open to it, and simply put, I'm rooting for Stanley Johnson. Whether it's with their team or a different NBA team, I want the guy to be picked up. If anything, I'd probably have to go with Stanley Johnson. A guy that could actually help them immediately, would be a good fit for them due to their current lack of personnel to make their small ball lineup with. Stanley could offer that for them and probably would be the best short-term and maybe long-term addition to their team between the 3 of them. But what do you guys think? If the Lakers would go the option of waiving somebody and then replacing that with somebody on the open market, who would you go with? Would it be somebody like Stanley Johnson, Kyler Kelly, or Moses Brown, or maybe somebody else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one, and if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.